Okay, well, tried a different way because it's hard to fly and talk at the same time and get all this data in. So I can pause and play the playback on this geofs. If you didn't know that, we're 35 seconds into this video that it automatically records when you fly. If you hit the reset button, you can make a new starting point. So we're flying across the edge of New Jersey, and there in the distance is Lower Manhattan, this narrows bridge and this straight line beach. And in Microsoft Flight Simulator, all you had to do is fly around and, go from your target out the direction you want to go, and you could determine the landmarks that you need to look for as you loop around New Jersey to go. It's not rocket science, okay? The problem is, why would you fly the plane at such a speed to risk missing the target or damaging the plane and missing the target? And you can see the speed going up here past 450, headed toward 500 knots as we go descending 6,000 feet per minute. All this data is on the record as far as the radar goes. It does not. They claim they didn't find the flight data recorder boxes or voice recorder boxes. Now we've hit 550. You can see on this, I think I'm flying the 767-400 ER or some version. It's community contributed. The community for GeoFS contributes and adjusts these flight parameters, so it's kind of like a consensus of how each of these planes should fly. And there are dozens of planes. It's really a neat online simulator if you have a decent internet connection, maybe above 25 megabits per second. And if you have a decent computer. This computer is old, by the way. I hopped it up with new processor, memory, and a graphics card. It was compatible to upgrade to Windows 11, but now Microsoft has bricked a whole bunch of these computers. And what did I do? I dropped the throttle to 90% because we're at 600 miles an hour. And there's some evidence. There's that Narrows Bridge, and we'll just float past the beach. And you can see in the distance the skyscrapers of Lower Manhattan. So the claim is that they hit at about 510 knots or something like 590 miles per hour ground speed, and accelerated the last few minutes, or the last whatever seconds. So I accelerate, and you don't see any increase in speed. In fact, it's decreasing in speed as I turn slightly to level out. And then if you may have seen the profile of the planes hitting the buildings. Both the planes banked at the last second, so they didn't fly exactly straight at the building. They turned at the last second to bank into it. So let's see. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we hit at 440, approximately. 440 miles per hour, 440 knots. You can convert that and find out. It may be slightly over 500 miles an hour, but the air is too dense to go 600 miles an hour. I'm sorry. I don't see it happening. Besides the fact that, the windshield is rated for 313 miles per hour or 313 knots. So that limits the low bird strike ability. It can't sustain a bird strike above 313 knots. So yeah, that's a practical reason to limit it. But the airframe has too much air resistance, and the engines can't ingest all that dense air to speed up. I hit the throttle to 100% and it slowed down because the air gets dense increasingly below 9,000 feet and above 19,500, I think.